Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. For today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different from the usual thing that I do on this channel, which is, typical like Plants vs. Zombies gameplay stuff. So today I decided I'd do something way different. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Harry Potter series and just tier list ranking them. So let's get into it so this doesn't take too long. Alrighty, so I do have a not read tier for all of the Harry Potter books that I have not read. So this includes Quidditch Through the Ages. Oh wait, that's just literally every single one of these extras. So all the extra books here, I have not read them. So we'll just be taking a look at the main 8 books here. Should I go in order of like the order the series came out, or should I go just in the order they have it here? It'll be more fun to do it in the order they have it here. So Deathly Hallows. I think it would kind of be a crime to put this any lower than outstanding, because Deathly Hallows is a really good book. I love the theme of Harry Potter returning at the end of the book and defeating Voldemort. It's an epic climax to the series. And then you've got just some really good character development throughout, like how Ron and Hermione's relationship develops and how Harry himself, overcomes his fears and learns to, accept who he is, and he learns about the Horcruxes and everything. I just think Deathly Hallows is a very solid entry in the series. And for the record, I don't actually hate any of these. I hate one of these books. But all of the others, I really am just basing it off of relative to the other books in the series. So next up, Goblet of Fire. Oh boy. Goblet of Fire, it's a good book. It's a good book. And I remember the twist at the ending where Voldemort comes back and everything just being a very solid twist. I remember enjoying that. Of course, at the time that I first read it, I was a lot younger. I've read it more recently and I still do enjoy it. I like how Moody's an imposter and everything. Just gotta put a spoiler warning down below. But yeah, I just think it's a pretty good book. Would I say that it's outstanding? Probably not. I don't think the characters are quite as good. It just doesn't feel as well written, or it doesn't feel like there's a ton of development that happens in this book. It doesn't feel like there's a ton of particularly special moments. I think, this is a tough one actually, because I really do like this book, but I think I'm gonna drop it there for now. These are subject to change. Let's do Order of the Phoenix next. So Order of the Phoenix, I remember the first time I read it thinking that it was really good, but as I've read it since then, I've read Harry Potter like 13 times now. And as I've read it since then, it's kind of not as good. I do have to give it credit for having kind of a darker atmosphere. Like, I would argue that Order of the Phoenix has the darkest atmosphere of any Harry Potter book, what with kind of Hogwarts going downhill because of Umbridge, and then the entire ending sequence where they're fighting the Death Eaters in the Ministry of Magic. Like, all in all, Order of the Phoenix is very solid, and I like how it takes a different kind of tone, what with the Ministry. Not, I must say, and although honestly it is an annoying book though, because you've got Umbridge, who, as much as it's interesting to see how Hogwarts handles that kind of problem, she's also just so annoying. And then you've got the whole Prime Minister Cornelius, it's Fudge, isn't it Fudge? Yeah, Cornelius Fudge, being just an absolute obnoxious brat throughout the entire book. All in all, I think I'm going to have to put Order of the Phoenix in acceptable as well. I think that it is a good book, and I think that it has good themes and good character development, but some of the characters are just really annoying. A lot of it is somewhat illogical. It doesn't feel as it doesn't seem to make as much sense as some of the other books in the series do. Okay, Chamber of Secrets. So this one is one of the earlier, obviously, ones in the series. It's number 2. And Chamber of Secrets is a really solid one. But at the same time, if I compare this relative to all the other books on this list, I would argue that Chamber of Secrets is kind of severely lacking compared to the other books. I don't find the plot of Chamber of Secrets to be particularly interesting. It's kind of just another, like, ooh, there's something hiding in a secret place in the castle. You know, it is a good book, and I like the characters, and it's just another lighthearted, fun Harry Potter story. But it doesn't really drive the series like later installments do. We later find out that the diary is a Horcrux, which is a cool element that they added, but that J.K. Rowling added, but it just doesn't feel that important in this book. It just kind of feels like yet another, magic book. And so as much as I do like this book, I'm gonna have to put it in the poor section. I know, I hate to do that because it is a good book. And once again, relative to each other, not to other series. Next up, Prisoner of Azkaban. I really like Prisoner of Azkaban, and for me that's a pretty easy choice. Prisoner of Azkaban introduces a lot of cool elements. The plot twist of Sirius Black actually being good is a very cool one that I enjoy every single time I read it. I really like how the time turner works. I like just, goodness. It just has a lot of cool little elements that it just makes it a solid book. I like the character development. I like how it starts the series on that shift towards a new sense of direction. It starts the series working towards, the darker, moodier atmosphere of the later books. And it's just kind of a good transition novel. And so all in all, I would say that Prisoner of Azkaban does deserve to be kind of higher up there because it's just really well written and it doesn't feel like there's any severe problems with that book. Okay, next up, Half-Blood Prince. Once again, is that even really much up for debate? Half-Blood Prince is a really good book. Something about all of the little things that you learn about, Tom Riddle through Harry Potter and Dumbledore's travels, through memories into the past. And then you've got just the final sequence where Dumbledore dies and Snape runs away and just all of these things going on, which sets up so much amazing material for Deathly Hallows. Half-Blood Prince is such a good book, and placing it at outstanding, I think, feels completely reasonable. Okay, so next up, we've got The Sorcerer's Stone. The Sorcerer's Stone is just a good book. I don't think anybody that has read Sorcerer's Stone doesn't feel at least some sort of connection to it. I mean, I don't know. I met some people that actually don't really like Sorcerer's Stone that much, for whatever reason. Maybe I'm just nostalgia blind for it, but I'm going to put it up there. I think it's a really good kickoff to the series. It has some of the most classic lines, you're a wizard, Harry, all that stuff. It's just a very well thought out and just really interesting start to the series. It introduces us to a world that is really unique, and it's kicked off a whole genre, I feel like, of a whole subset fantasy genre of just like kids, teenagers going on fantasy magical quests, and it's so good. It's just a really great concept. Now, I'm putting Cursed Child in troll. Cursed Child is not a good book, just at all. It's just a bad book. The characters are each and every one of them, very annoying. I remember being so excited for this, like, it's a follow-up, it's so cool. And then finishing it and just being like, wow, that was a bad book. The characters are all annoying. There's like no character development, basically at all. It's a pretty simplistic story, Harry is at odds with his son. They fight for a while, then they get over it. And then the structure where they go back in time, like just everything. Cursed Child is just not that good of a book. They should have just left it where it was. Why did J.K. Rowling allow them to do more with the mainline series? Admittedly, it is a play translated into script, but I personally really like reading play scripts, and this just didn't do it for me. I've read play scripts that literally brought me to tears. This is just bad. This brought me to tears for like a different reason, because it's just bad. I know all I'm really bringing up for points for this is that it's bad, but I guess let's go with the characters are annoying. The plot is so unoriginal. It's just not good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this list, and if you guys want to see more of these, I guess just let me know. I'll probably make some more anyways, but hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next one.